Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I'm really excited about this. I have had these products for a little while. I've just never really used them on camera before. So if you can tell from the title, we are going to do a full face of Rare Beauty today. I'm really excited about this. I love these products. I love this brand. So I'm really excited to put them all on camera for you guys today, especially if you maybe haven't tried some of these yet, or maybe you still haven't really tried the brand and you're just a little curious. So that's what we're gonna do today. But if you are new here, hello, hi, I'm Stephanie, and on my channel I do makeup tutorials and reviews from the perspective of a consumer and a makeup lover. I am not a makeup artist by any stretch of the word. I just really love playing with makeup, and I really love showing you what it looks like on skin that hasn't been heavily filtered or heavily edited. I don't use any false lashes or trickery. I actually can't even put false lashes on, like, to be honest and real. So I always just use mascara when I do eye looks. So if you like that and you are new, please consider subscribing. I would love having you here. But let's get into this video because I'm really excited about this. Okay, so I'm gonna do this a little bit differently than some of my other videos. Normally, I'll tell you guys that even when I do my everyday makeup, I always start with my eyes first, and that's because I do eyeshadow and sometimes there's a lot of fallout, and it's just easier to clean it up off of your face if you don't have anything on versus when it's already there, especially when I'm doing eye looks with different, like the palettes with different eye looks that I typically do, which I do have another one coming probably on Friday. That's gonna be a really cool one. But since I'm not using eyeshadow today, I am gonna do my eyes after my face. So we are gonna get started with the Rare Beauty, what is this? The Blurring Primer, I think it's called. So this is the Illuminating Primer. So it's glowy, and this is the consistency of it. And you can even see, like, right here, it's like, it almost looks like a highlighter, but it's not. So I do have dry skin, so I love a good glow regardless of where it's coming from. I know the people with the oily skin don't, and I completely understand where you are coming from, but I love this primer. Is very lightweight and it just gives a really nice healthy glow to my skin, so I really do appreciate it. And if you don't have a lot of the redness and stuff that I have, you could probably just put this all over your skin and, you know, just kind of like walk out of the house, because it adds a little something to your skin without giving it, you know, coverage of like a foundation. So I really do like this primer, and like I said before, it's very lightweight. It's not sticky. It has a very light scent to it. It's not overpowering at all. I just really like it. Alright, so now going in with foundation. It's not really a foundation. They do have an actual foundation. It was launched when the brand first launched a few years back, but I didn't really like that foundation when it launched. It's my personal, you know, feeling on it. If you love it, that's great. But for me personally, I just didn't really like the way it sat on my skin. And then I had an issue finding a shade that actually worked for me. It was either really light or it was really dark. I wound up mixing a couple shades together to kind of get where I wanted it to be, but I still didn't really like the way it sat on my skin. So I decluttered that, you know, a while ago. But I picked up the tinted moisturizer that I think came out last year. I think it was last year. So I'm just going to give it a quick shaky shake. And the one I have is very light, but we're just going to make it work. It's probably going to make me look like a ghost on camera. But it is a tinted moisturizer, so it's very thin. See, it's running down my hand. And we're just gonna spread this on, and then I'm gonna work it in with my little face brush. And we're just going to but I like this one because it gives me a little bit of coverage without being overpowering. So it's really great on those no makeup days, which is what I really like from this brand. Alright, so the tinted moisturizer is blended out. This is very lightweight. If you like a good tinted moisturizer, I really like this one for the fact that it covers, like, it kind of evens out my skin tone, but it doesn't look heavy or cakey. And for me, it wears really nice on the skin too. So if you like a good tinted moisturizer, this is a really nice one to check out. But before we do concealer, which I am going to do off camera because it's not the Rare Beauty concealer. I also had that one and I definitely didn't like that. It just did not look really good under my eyes at all. I felt it looked a little heavy for what I like under my eyes. So I'm going to do my concealer off camera. But before we do, I'm going to do a little bit of the bronzer because it's a cream bronzer. So I really want to do it before I get into concealer and powder and all that stuff. So this is the Rare Beauty bronzer stick in the shade Happy Soul. And it is a little bit warmer of a bronzer than what I typically like to use, but really it's the only bronzer I have for this. And I didn't want to do concealer off camera and a bunch of other things too and still call it a full face of the brand. So I'm just going to pop a little bit there. And then I'm going to use my little brush here. And we're just going to blend this out and up into my hairline. So you can see, like, it's definitely warmer than what I typically use, especially if you watched my review on the Hourglass Jellyfish palette. I talked about how I really do like more of a neutral bronzer. And this one's not that, but it's okay. We're gonna use her anyway. Alright, so I added the bronzer to my cheekbones as well. And I did my concealer already, completely forgetting that the blush and highlighter I have are liquids as well. So we're just going to go with it. So I have a few of these mini blushes. Oh, before I get started on the blushes, I just do want to say that even though the shade that I have in the bronzer stick isn't my personal favorite just because it's really, really warm, I do like the formula of it. So we'll keep that in mind. It's just, if the shade was a little bit more neutral, it would definitely be like one of my all-time favorites because I do like the formula, but it's just the color is really warm. But anyway, we're going to move on to blushes. So I have a few of these little mini blushes. I think they came in like a holiday kit. So I have, these are, even though they're minis and I don't think you can buy these the size anymore, the full size version of them do still exist on the Rare Beauty website. So I have Joy, which is a muted peach. I have Bliss, which is a matte kind of pink color. And then I have Hope, which is I think it's a dewy formula. So I'm gonna use, I think I'm gonna use Hope because we're gonna kind of go with a little bit darker of a lip today. So this is the shade that I have. It's a very light, like peachy pink almost. And I'm just gonna place a few dots there and a few dots there. And then blend it in. And these are some of my all-time favorite liquid blushes. They are so easy to blend. The color pigmentation on them is beautiful. I think that's why I have so many of them. Like, I mean, I'm just stamping this in and you can see how easily it's blending. And it doesn't, you know, move your foundation around at all. It's really, really nice. Alright, so I think I've said it in several videos before, so I'll just, put it out there if you haven't seen any of those. But I really am a person, I think it's because of my fairer skin tone that I really love a nice icy highlight. So I have the Liquid Illuminizer from Rare Beauty in the shade Enlighten, which is like, I think the iciest you could probably get. So that's what it looks like. But it's not blended, that's just putting it on from the little applicator. So I'm just going to dot a few of these on my upper cheekbone. And then we're going to blend it out with my sponge. Where is my sponge? There it is. Alright. So we're just going to blend that out, and I love the glow off of these. There is also a powder compact version of this highlighter as well, so if a liquid highlighter is not really your jam, they do have a powdered version. But I do really like the liquid version, especially in the summertime when I'm using more creams and liquids. It's a really, really nice one. And there's different shades as well, so if, the icy one isn't your jam, there's going to probably be a shade that you'll like if you like a liquid and or powder highlight, depending on what you're into. But that is the face products that I have. So I'm going to zoom in really quick, and then we're going to get started on the simple eye look that we're going to do today. And the mascara as well. Alright, so for eyes, we're going to do something a little bit different. I do believe they have actual eyeshadow palettes, but we're going to go simple today. So I'm going to use the bronzer stick in my crease. And I'm going to take it on this Sonia G worker brush that I have. And I'm just going to pick up some of it on the brush. And then just kind of work it into my crease as kind of, your crease shade to add a little bit of depth to it. Okay, I'm also going to take a little bit on this little smudgy brush that I usually use for my lower lash line and just run it along my lower lash line, like so. Alright, so I have the bronzer in my crease and on my lower lash line, and now I'm going to go in with this eyeshadow stick that they have. This is the all of the above weightless eyeshadow stick, and mine is in the shade Well-Being, and this is very beautiful shimmery baby pink. So we're just going to pop this on the eye. And it does dry down from my experience with it. I haven't actually timed it to see how long you have, but you can blend it out. You can use your fingers, you could use a brush if you would like. But it just adds like something to your eye. So if you're looking for something quick and easy, this is a really nice option. Alright, so I have the eyeshadow stick on both eyes now as well, and now we're going in with what I think is by far my favorite Rare Beauty product out there. This is the mascara that they have. I have mine in a mini size, but mini size, full size, I've had the full size before too. This is honestly, I don't know, it's just one of my favorite mascaras. I'm not even sure if I've actually ever used it in any of my older videos. I may have. I just don't remember. But it is one of my favorites. So we are just going to pop this guy on. It really darkens my eyelashes, which I really like. And it adds length to them. which is something else that I really like as well. Okay, so there's one coat and no mascara. So I'm going to add some to the other eye and then we'll come back for our second coat. Alright, so I have one coat on both eyes now. And I'm just going to get a little bit more on the wand and go in with that second coat on this eye. I usually do 2 coats on the upper lashes and then 1 coat on the bottom is typically what I do. Alright, so I have 2 coats of mascara on my upper lashes and just 1 on my lower lashes. So now I'm going to zoom out. Actually, no, first before I zoom out, let's do the lip. So I have the Lip Souffle in the shade Transform. So I had some lip oil on, so I'm just going to take it off. And this is a nice wine color, so if you like a nice wine lip, especially in the fall and winter time, and I like these because they dry down, but they're not overly drying. There we go, just a really pretty bold lip to go with this, you know, softer eye look. Alright, so everything's pretty much done. I am just going to add a little quick spritz from the setting spray that they have. You just got to shake it because it's got some ingredients in it that separate when it hasn't been used, when it's just sitting there. And it's this really nice light thin mist if you can see it. So we're just going to add a little bit. It smells really great too. It smells almost like a spa. I really like the way it smells. So there it is, guys. Full-ish, just, you know, not concealer, of Rare Beauty. So overall, I really do like these products. That's why I wanted to put them in the video, especially for the people who maybe still haven't really tried the brand and aren't really sure. So I wanted to get this out there. I really like it for, minus the bold lip going on, I really like it for kind of that no makeup look. Like you could pair this with a softer lip and just, you know, even a lip balm or whatever, like a tinted lip balm, and just kind of go about your day. It doesn't look like I'm overly made up. I really like that as well. You know, the bronzer is a little warm for what I typically do go for, like I've said before, but that's okay. The formula on it is really good though, like I've said. And I really, like I said in the beginning of the video, I really do like the brand. I like Selena Gomez as an actress as well. I know this is a celebrity brand, but it's one that I think a lot of people even still do enjoy. I know I do still like it. If you haven't seen Selena's show that she has on Hulu, Only Murders in the Building, and you have Hulu, definitely check it out. It's really, 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 really funny. And it even has Martin Short and Steve Martin in it too, so it has something for the younger crowd, something for the older crowd. I love Steve Martin. He's so funny. I grew up loving him and the Father of the Bride movies. Those are still some of my favorite movies. So, yeah, I like that show. It's really, really funny. So if you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. If you like crime, kind of like murder mystery, you might like this show. So definitely give it a try. But that we're not here to talk about the show. We're here to talk about the makeup. And like I said, I love it. It is just giving me something without, you know, overly being made up. So I definitely like this one a lot. So let me know your thoughts down below, guys. And like the video if you haven't already. And subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys later.